Hey guys, Simlord here, back again with another review, and today we'll be taking a look at the McFarlane Toys DC Multiverse Future State Ghost Maker. And before we get into it here, let's first take a look-see at both the front and the back of the packaging. So without further ado, let's get into it. Now before we get into the meat and taters of this review, Ghost Maker does come with a collectible trading card, and it looks like it has some artwork this time around instead of a really well done photoshopped image of the figure you see before you. That is a really well done photoshopped image of the figure you see before you, and I can't really tell the difference. So gotta tell ya, the photographer at McFarlane Toys, kudos, because your work's getting a heck of a lot better. But there's the bio on the back. Pause and read it now at your own leisure. But long story short, this guy is from Future State, I think, and I believe he is of African American descent. Not too entirely sure about that, but he is a new member of the Bat family and looks pretty cool. That said, he does come with a couple of katana swords, and I'm noticing a pattern with McFarlane Toys figures coming with lots of stabby weapons, but he's got two of them. They're a little gummy for my taste, but it is what it is. They're probably going to be on his back for the most part, so no cry, no foul, I guess, but it's something to note. But they do store in the back. Yeah, there you go. And this does have a peg that does connect onto his back, but we'll talk about that in just a minute. Taking a closer look at Ghost Maker here. He does, of course, come with the McFarlane Toys DC Multiverse Hockey Puck display stand, which we're used to seeing all the time. And I gotta tell you guys, I don't know who the hell this is, but he looks badass. Lots of Taskmaster vibes going on here. Looks a lot like Taskmaster with a Magna Guard cape. I say that because the way it hangs, it's a little asymmetrical, and the way it goes in front of his face a little bit there, or in front of his neck there, looks really cool. I think that's how it's supposed to go anyways. I don't think that's an issue. I think it's glued on there correctly based off all the straps and things that are hanging on him and whatnot. And it is a soft enough cape to where it doesn't really get in the way or hinder articulation, so I appreciate that. There's that peg hole for the sword scabbard, but I will put that on the back later. That said, as far as his articulation goes, head will rotate. A little bit loose on the side to side, but the up and down is not great. You can look up though. Not too bad. You can look down. A lot better than you can look up. He's got some tilt. Obviously not much on this side because of his hood. That said, his arms do go out to the side. You're going to want to peel this up to lift this arm up, but they do go out to the side. A little bit loose on the shoulder hinges. I would have liked those to be a little bit tighter. They are pretty loose. That said, that's really the only loose joint on this guy. He does have the butterfly joint. He's got the bicep swivel, which is a little gummy on this guy, so be careful with that. It is a bit of a scorcher lately, so you don't want to tear that, but I didn't have any problems with mine. Double jointed elbows, not the best looking things, but you're okay, I guess. Better than some. I'd say, if anything, the top joint is a little bit uglier than the bottom one, just because he's got this rubber glove covering it. That said, he does have the ball hinge wrists that are well hidden. That said, I did pop the ball joint on mine in half, so I had to put that back together. That was not the easiest thing in the world, but I was able to do it. So be mindful of that. They can pop apart on you. That said, he also has a double ball peg in the torso. You can shift around, and it can be tight in places, but it can be loose as well, so be mindful of that. I would say have it cocked forward a little bit, just so this rubber kind of traffic cone piece here. This guy's built a lot like Clayface, the Clayface Megafig. He's got the big kind of tube inside of him that has a ball peg up here and a ball peg down there. And that joint is a little bit loose in places. It's not the tightest thing, but it's not the loosest thing. In fact, I have actually managed to tighten mine up just with some minor adjustments. No glue or anything, just placing the ball pegs in specific spots. So he's not floppy, but he can get floppy, so be mindful of that. That said, he does have some good tilt side to side. It's alright. He's got some waist swivel. And yeah, it's okay. It's not great. It's far from perfect, but it's good enough. It'll do. He does have decent range in the hips. They kick forward and back. They kick out really well. Eat your heart out, Spider-Man. No thigh cut to speak of, but he does have a swivel in the knee. And even though he's got these baggy pants, he does have less than 90 in the knee, but I'm not really sure how else you're going to cut that to get more range. It looks okay when it's bent. I don't think that looks terrible. We've gotten way worse knees on these figures than that, so I'll take that. Then he does have the ball hinge ankles with the rocker and toe joints that are tight and neutral. I'll take my paycheck now, please. Yeah, you guys are welcome for that, because I say this in almost every Multiverse review now, but I'm going to keep doing it because I'm going to say I'm responsible for why the toe joints aren't floppy as shit anymore. Because I've been bitching about that for over a year now. So, you know, you're welcome. But as far as getting his swords plugged in here, it's this little pagan. I forgot to mention, he's got the hollowed out scabbards, but this isn't as bad as Ninja Spawn. Yes, you can see it from the front, but I'd prefer this to Ninja Spawn because these at least won't fall out. That said, the scabbard is a little warped, so you might want to heat that up before you plug it in, but there you go. He looks kick-ass, man. This is definitely one of the best Multiverse of the year so far, I think. I think he's really cool looking. He's probably my favorite $20 figure right now. He's no Azrael from White Knight, okay? Don't get it twisted, but he's in that kind of company. I would put him with Azrael and Red Hood in a heartbeat. He looks like one of those types of characters. He also looks like he'd fit in really well with the Batman Beyond squad, like Shriek and Blight and all those, although he is a vigilante. He's not a straight-up bad guy. But I can only assume that he uses those katanas for more than just, I don't know, chopping up sandwich meat. You know what I mean. Chops up human meat. That said, I do believe this guy is meant to be kind of a African tribal sort of ninja type character, so that's kind of interesting. I can't say I have any characters like that on my shelf as of this current time. I mean, I did buy a lot of the Black Panther Legends figures, but I can't say any of them resemble this guy. So yeah, really awesome figure. Had to get him off Target.com. Couldn't find him in the store anywhere. So I'm not sure what's up with Multiverse lately, but this wave in particular seems to only be at GameStop, so maybe check your GameStops. I'm still looking for Duke Thomas and the Arkham Knight. Those are kind of the ones I haven't seen yet. But Grifter, Godspeed, of course the Infected Batman Who Laughs, or Batman of Earth -22, whatever you want to call it. I've seen all those. Really awesome figures. I dig this wave, man. This wave is probably one of the best Multiverse waves, period. There's just a lot going on, a lot of diversity, a lot of variety, and I love that. So with that being said, let's now move on and take a look at some size comparisons. First up, here is Ghostmaker next to a couple other McFarlane Toys DC Multiverse figures. We have the new 52 Red Hood from the Red Hood and Nightwing 2-pack, complete with guns, might I add, as well as the Suit of Sorrows Azrael, which was a gold label exclusive to Walmart, if I'm not mistaken. And as I said before, being the vigilante type, I think Ghostmaker looks really kick-ass next to these two. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. And last, but certainly not least, we have our two regulars, the Mythic Legions, Brother Mandibulus, Beloved Spawn, who as usual, towers over everyone. That said, I think Ghostmaker would actually fit in really well in the Spawn universe. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. With all that being said, time to wrap things up. Some final thoughts. Overall, and I'm not 100% sure if this guy is a sleeper hit or not, but for a character I know next to nothing about, I absolutely love this figure. I think McFarlane Toys did a bang-up job on bringing us a relatively new character who debuted from the future state storyline, and it makes me look forward to getting other characters from this storyline. I've already been eyeballing the Dark Detective Batman and the regular Batman from this particular storyline, and hopefully those wind up being as good as Ghostmaker here, because I gotta tell you guys, for a character I don't know a whole heck of a lot about, this has the potential of being one of the best DC Multiverse figures of this current year, 2022. And that's saying a lot, because did you guys see McFarlane Toys' DC Multiverse Summer Showcase? Whew! But with all that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this review. If you are so inclined, please don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you know whenever I upload more reviews like this one. If you haven't already, please hit me up on Instagram at Overlord Productions. But as always, keep the comments civil, because the world sucks enough as it is, especially when we don't get enough cool new characters like this one. I'm looking at you, Marvel. You got some work to do. And until next time, I'll catch you guys later.